Hello everyone, I am Rajkumar Yadav, PGT Economics from St. Paul Senior Secondary School, Eta. Students, today in the sequence of your online study through these videos, in this video I am going to tell you about our next topic, that is the problem of double counting. Students, after the completion of this topic, problem of double counting, I will start about the value added or the product or output method. Sorry, here it is the output method. Students, in this chapter we are studying about the estimation of national income. As I told you that there are three main methods to estimate the national income, and value added or the product or the output method is one of them. Before telling about the value added method, I would like to tell you about the problem of double counting, because due to the double counting of the product at many stages, the problem of overestimation of national income arises. So, to overcome this problem, we have to avoid the problem of double counting. So, what is double counting? What is the meaning of double counting? How we will try to avoid this problem? Let's see in today's video. So students, here it is your video. Let's start. So students, here is your today's video, in which I'm going to start the remaining part of your value added method or the product method, the method of estimation of national income. Students, as I told you earlier that we use the value added method of the estimation of national income, because just to avoid the problem of double counting. So students, here we will start with the explanation of problem of double counting today. So first of all, the question should be raised in your mind about the meaning of problem of double counting or the double counting of it. Means, what is double counting? Students, double counting it means the counting of the value of the same product for more than once, for more than once. or we can say, students, when we add the value of any product more than one time, then the problem of double counting arises. Students, if any item are counted for more than once, it will resulting in overestimation. Of national product. To the extent of the value of intermediate goods increase. So, students, it will cause the problem of double counting. For example, a producer produces the bread. How the bread will produce? So let's look here. And this example will help you to understand the concept of GVO at market price also, gross value output at market price. So to produce bread, we need flour, and to produce flour, we need wheat. Suppose that farmer is there to produce wheat. Okay. So here is the column for value of output. In this column, we will write the value of the output, the product. So suppose that the value of the wheat is rupees 2000 here, and the value of intermediate consumption means intermediate consumption is the consumption on the material or on the raw material which the producer have been consumed while producing a final goods. So suppose that wheat, when the wheat is produced by the farmer, the intermediate consumption let be 0. No doubt farmer always use some inputs like fertilizers, seeds, cost of sowing or labor cost, and so many is there, but here in this example we are letting the value of intermediate consumption in case of production of wheat is 0. So the value added into the economy, which is called the gross value added at market price, it will be the sum of these two columns, means value of output plus value of intermediate consumption will be the value of cost of value added. That now here it will be rupees 2000. Now with the help of wheat, the mill owner will produce the flour, and to produce after production of flour, the cost of the product comes to the rupees 2500, and here in this cost the value of 2000 wheat will be included. So the value of the wheat rupees 2000 will be the intermediate consumption for the production of flour, means this rupees 2500 includes the cost of wheat in itself and the extra rupees 500 which will be the income of this step of the production. Now here total amount will be the 4500. 2 plus 2500 is equal to 4500. Now after production of flour, the baker will produce bread, and after the production of bread, the baker is now getting rupees 3600 already, where rupees 2500 the cost of the flour will be the intermediate consumption. Now the value added is will be the 224 7000 8100. Okay. Sorry, one mistake is there. The value of value added will not be the sum of these two columns. Actually, value added actually is the difference between these values. So here the value addition is 2000, and in next step 2500 minus 200. 2000 means intermediate consumption. We have to make difference between the value of output and the intermediate consumption. Here we will get the value addition of rupees 500 only. Okay. Now the difference between these two values 3600 and 2500 will be the 1100. 1100 will be the value added here. Now in our next step, confectioner, suppose that now the confectioner will sell out the bread. So he sell the bread of rupees 3600 for rupees 4000 rupees, and in the cost of rupees 4000 the cost of bread will be the intermediate consumption. Here the total value is the difference between these two values is rupees 400. Now look here, students, the total sum this is of near about 12,100, and here the 8,100 is the intermediate consumption, and the net value added will be the rupees 4,000. Student, remember always the value of addition and value of final product will always be same. That's why we need to avoid the intermediate consumption, because if we include the intermediate consumption into the value of output, then it will be near about 12,100, which will be a false estimation of total national output. So students, so if for the purpose of calculation we take value of output as here 2000, 2500 and then 3000 and then 4000. If we add all these values, then we are getting rupees 12,100 as the estimation of national output. So but here what we find, this will be a kind of double counting, because in this value 12,100 the value of wheat has been included 4 times. Look here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2000 is included here, again 2000 is included here, and 2000 also included here, and here in 4000 the 2000 is already included. So the value of wheat will be calculated 4 times, and on the other hand the value of flour for 3 times it will be calculated in here, here and here, and the value of bread it will be calculated 2 times in this step and here in this step, whereas value of final product is only 4000. Look here. So students, the value of bread 12,100 minus 8,100 is equal to 4,000. So to avoid the problem of double counting, we should use the method of estimation of national income. The name of the method is product method, or the final product method, or the value addition. So students, this was the problem of double counting, and I hope you get it properly. Now students, we are going to start about the value added method. Students, while we are using the value added method, we find there that there is a problem of double counting always during the estimation of national income. And we observed there that in the problem of double counting, a commodity may be counted more than once. So to overcome the problem of double counting, we use this value added method to estimate our national income. Students, in this method, we use the method of estimation of national income where it means national income where it is calculated by adding net value added, net value added at factor cost. Not at market price, at factor cost. And we get at factor cost by all the producing units during an accounting year in the domestic territory. Students, by adding NFIA, net factor income from abroad, to domestic income, here domestic income is net domestic product at factor cost, we get our national income. Remember this point. National income, that is NNP at factor cost, net national product at factor. Okay. Students, in value added method, domestic income is estimated at the stage of production. production is also is the stage of value addition. Okay students, remember this always. So here GDP at market price or gross value added at market price are the same, is equal to gross value output market price minus intermediate consumption, GVO minus intermediate consumption. Or the same thing can be written as net value added at factor cost is equal to gross value added at market price minus depreciation minus NIE, net indirect tax. Okay, because here we are getting the value at factor cost. So from the value of market price to get factor cost, we first need to deduct net indirect taxes, then we will get factor cost, and to get net value from the gross we need to subtract depreciation. Okay students, now we will discuss about the steps for estimation of national income. Steps for estimation of national income. Students, there are several steps in this method which we have to learn about and which we have to keep in our mind before learning the value added method. So these steps I will tell you in my next video. So till then, take care. Thank you. So my dear students, this was our today's video, and I hope you get the proper knowledge about the topic. Again, the same request I am repeating here, please prepare your notes properly on time, because these notes will be very helpful during your examination period. So be careful about your notes. And students, nothing more I have to say to you. So please take care of you. Please stay at your home. Stay happy at your home. Thank you. Jai Mata.